We are live. Good morning, D. How are you, man?
Buddy, I'm doing good, man. How about you?
I'm doing fantastic. Today, the only purpose for today, again, it's D Dipple Town with this morning. We are going to talk about a live event that we're going to be hosting February 12th at noon Eastern Standard Time. So at
Right.
noon on this Wednesday, we're going to talk about what it is that you're going to learn on there. And it is all about the new economy. So if you want to lean in to what is the new economy, and how you can lean into it. I love the education business model. We're going to teach you exactly what that is. So today we're just going to talk about those type of things as well as the webinar that's going to be coming up that you can lean into and become part of our tribe. So that is
Right.
what we're going to talk about today. And so let's dive in right now.
Awesome.
You got some statistics for us.
Well,
You,
y-
you're
well,
leaning.
yeah, no, this is about retail sales and where everything's going. We talk about the digital economy all the time and the new economy and how everything's going online. Honestly, I think this just reiterates and backs up what we're doing. So I found it on Moby and Invest on Instagram. It was like a little blurb, but it
Okay.
says retail sales climbed 3% in 2024, yet physical store closures skyrocket up 57% from 2023.
Wow.
Obvi yeah, obviously, Family Dollar, CVS, Big Lots are leading that trend, and closures are expected to hit 15,000 in 2025. The likely culprit, e-commerce. Digital sales generated a staggering $2.32 trillion in 2023 and projected in 2025 to be 6.86 trillion globally.
Isn't that something?
Yeah, you know what I mean? And
Common.
I know
Now,
you hate going, but that's what we're talking about. The new economy, digital, doing stuff online. That's the future of where things are going and what we're doing. And obviously we're part of it and we want to be a bigger part of it.
and I've always loved it. So I transitioned from a company. I used to own a turnaround company years ago. My wife also worked with me there. And we did that for 20 some years, 22 years. And we went all online. So now I did make a mistake, and a lot of people can learn from us. And one of which I've I knew that the retail business model is not going to work unless you have some sort of anomaly. Obviously, restaurants can still work, but at the end of the day, that small ripple is not enough today. There is a better way. So, this is what we're going to talk about. Now, who are we? What have we done? D Dipple, you're the founder and creator of Loud Performance, which it is retail, but you also have an online version of that. I've been a product creator for many years now, over 10, well, over 20 some. And at the end of the day, I saw that everything was going to go online. And, but some of the things that we created is Embed Locker, which locks down video, many apps, SaaS systems, software as a service. That's what that means. And our newest product right now is TribeLink, which I love because this is where everything is going right now is online education. Everyone can lean into it. So if you have a skill, you need to lean into this. So this is what we're going to talk about today is the online education. Matter of fact, we even have a service-based app as well as a service-based online company that helps homeowners and contractors come together. Now, people might be saying, aren't there other apps that do that? Yes. However, there was a gap and there was a problem with that industry. We solved that problem. We believe that we built not necessarily a better system. We just built a system that just really brings people together and allows the things for it allows both to be satisfied. The contractor, so they're not a race to the bottom. This is the problem we were solving. And the homeowner getting a really good vetted contractor that they can trust and communicate with. We wanted to bring those things together and we created that product as well. Now, we also created some products that we're going to shelf. Okay. I'm going all in with what we've referred to as our Quan,
Right.
and one of which is not only Tribely, TribeLink, and Mininar, but we also have a video hosting platform that allows you to lock down your video so nobody steals it. If you're going to create an education business, you need to protect your content. You got to be able to protect your works,
Right.
right? we got you covered. So let's lean into this. One of the things that is in the new economy is you got to be able to create. Gary Vanderchalk talks about this a lot. Is a personal brand. And one of the things that I'm noticing that people are getting wrong is number one, they don't own their name.com. So yourname.com. I couldn't, somebody had it, so I had to go a different route. But at the end of the day, you should definitely own that. And then the other thing is the fact that it should be a one pager. I'm sure you've heard of LinkedIn Bio. We created
Right.
that inside of Tribe. So when you come into Tribe Link, you get everything that you're going to need to create an online business. Now, how do you make that $1 million business? Here's how you do it. Okay. And it's being done all over, like multiple platforms. It's being done. And this is really the skinny of it. You build a product, you build a couple courses, one course, multiple courses, however you want to do it. But you need a community with it, a tribe. And if you have that and you brand yourself appropriately, you can have $1 million business, and this is how it's done. You have to price it right. We teach you pricing. Matter of fact, I was teaching pricing model all the way back in 2011. Okay.
Mm.
It's a really cool way to figure it out. A lot of
Right.
people are like, I know how to garden. I've got all this knowledge. How much do you think a gardener makes? Let's say they really are gardening. And by the way, there's a little somewhat of a scam today that people are buying produce, the same place that Walmart gets it, brings it to a
Mm.
farmer's market, dumps it into the crates that look like it came off the farm, and it
Right.
did. So now you're paying 3, 4, 5 times more for something that you thought was homegrown and it's not. Wouldn't you be, if you knew how to garden, wouldn't you want to say that's a problem? Remember, you want to solve problems. If that's a problem, so if I was a gardener, this is what I would do. I would say, here's the problem today. You don't know who to trust. The problem is when you go to a farmer's market, is it really a farmer's market? So you could promote that to say, yes, we make sure that everyone's vetted. We make sure where the produce is coming from. That would be a huge thing, right? Makes me even
Right.
want to do it, but that would be huge. And then, or you're somebody that really knows how to grow. We have a friend. She's probably the best I've ever known, other than my own mother. Incredible. How much, I don't know what she makes, and I'm not, but how much can somebody really make as a farmer's market or a local farmer's market? I'm going to guess less than 100,000 a year. Can they make more? I don't know. But I will tell you this, if you were to teach that, you're going to make way more. So let me ask you this. If you were somebody that was really concerned with all this plastic, did you hear that they've studied, I'm assuming cadavers, right? They study and they found a teaspoon amount. So imagine a plastic teaspoon. They
Yeah.
found that amount of material, not that size, but if you were to break that all up, it's the same amount
Right.
in their brain.
What?
Oh, yeah. My wife and I right now are really leaning into, if anything came in a carton, whatever, we're putting it into glass. Anything that goes into storage, we put in the glass. And anything that is plastic, it's got to be, what is it called? BPA, whatever that is. We make sure that it's not that and that it can't leach plastics, right? But yes, they're finding this. If you're in the health and fitness niche, you can lean into where are problems. Where are problems? The problem is that the problem is the farmers market thing. The problem is how many news articles have you seen this year alone that says somebody got sick or died from a contaminated, you name the vegetable,
Right. Yeah. No. No doubt.
because they're being imported. Who knows how they're being handled? You don't even know what the soil is like that they're being grown in. So everyone thinks that being a vegan, a vegetarian is the healthier way to go. I'll be honest with you. I've seen more. And by the way, for all, I can be a vegan, I could be a vegetarian, and I could be like a carnivore. I love it all
Right.
almost equally. I'm not a hater of any method, just so you know.
Right.
But if you have a better way, watch this. If I was a gardener, I would show all of these problems. I would show all of these news articles of contaminated food. I would show, yes, are you using a little bit of scare tactic. Rightfully, I think it's horrible, right? The other thing you could do, and by the way, even with when you were talking about closures of these businesses and stuff, that has nothing to do with any past president or even future president. It's the times, folks. That would be like the skating rink saying, "No, we're going to hold on. It'll come back." They went away, right? Because the times changed. So imagine you and your wife want to grow home produce, but you don't really know how. Or have you ever heard, I tried to grow tomatoes and it didn't work out. Or some people say, I just don't have a green thumb. Really know how to do it. You know how to avoid black spot. If you don't know what that is, don't worry about it, but that's on tomato. If you want to avoid all these things, if you want to make sure your soil is the best soil ever, you don't know how to do composting. They teach that, right? Can you see the course?
Oh yeah. No, for sure.
But more importantly, this is where the magic is. This is where the magic is. You form a community, you form a tribe around it. How many do you think, even with you and Loud and snowmobiling and Mopar, or not Mopar, what is it with the
Mountain bike.
ATVs? Yeah, the mountain bikes. There's a community there. Everywhere there is a community. There's foodies, there's a community. There's people with gardening, community. People that are homesteading, community. You get the point. No matter what hobby or what type of business, community. Cooking shows, community. Like
Right.
you can form a community where you all come together. So imagine, once again, I'm a gardener. I'm going to price it. I'm going to just say 97 a month. I would pay that all day long. I would pay more than that, but I would pay that. So $97 a month. Now a community's being formed. We're all helping one another. All of a sudden, something's not growing right. What am I doing wrong? Oh, you got this too close, that too close, whatever. You can see the point, right? Or
Right.
people showing off their produce, helping one another. It's exciting, right? Oh, we see the health benefits in our children already. I can already hear the community. Now the person that shows up and creates this community, charging 97 a month, you can make one or multiple courses that are hosted right there. And then you have the community, the tribe, where you all come together and you list posting. And by the way, I'm going to demonstrate this on Wednesday or demonstrate this next Saturday or whatever the case is. All you need, and you and I have talked about it before, all you need is an iPhone today or a smartphone. That's all you need. And if you got
Absolutely.
the 16, man, you got a power horse. That's all you need. There's some other tools, and we have a tool stack that we're going to be sharing. But here's the deal. I know in BedLocker we had an offer at 1.5 million. Not enough. And I'm not there to get more, but I know that platform's going to be worth more. You have to remember when you create something, there's not only the monthly, not only are you enjoying revenue now, but you have an exit. If I go to my YouTube channel, I have a slogan, think it, build it, grow it, exit.
Right.
And that is the mentality that you got to be thinking right now. That is the new economy. Things are being bought up all the time. You see it.
Oh yeah.
Instagram purchased from Facebook, and there's even things that people don't even know about, and they're purchased for like millions. Everything that I build, I also want to know what kind of exit there is, right? Going back with the gardener, they have this gardening show, this gardening tribe, this gardening how to living inside of TribeLink. We allow them to sell it. Let's say down the road, they have a thriving audience. If you have 1,000 people in, and this is what we teach, is how to get to your 1,000. We're all going to lock arms, join forces to make that happen for all of us, right?
Right.
Then we're going to teach you, hey, once you hit 1,000, maybe even a little less, you're going to be able to determine that. Oh, Tim, at 400, it's starting to get too many people are in there. Okay, it's time to form another tribe. Does that
Exactly.
make sense?
Yeah.
And you just jump in. Some people are going to find that fun. Some people might say, okay, any more than 2 tribes, it's just too many. It's taking too much of my time. I think you can handle quite a few personally, but here's the deal. If you have 1,000 people paying you 97 a month. What are they earning?
They're
Simple math.
they're all like basically 100 grand. You know what I mean? Up there.
100 grand,
Right.
$100,000
Right.
per month.
Right, exactly.
You can, with one really good ad, one really good promotion done right, especially in that. I'm going to remind me of another idea here for people forming tribes. I might as well just say it. You could even be somebody that forms a tribe, have somebody take it over for money, and you could be doing that. You could form the tribe, get it going. If you're really good at doing that, you can form tribes, get it going, get content in there, sell it. Now form another one, get it going, get a community or a tribe, sell it. You could make a really good lucrative business out of doing that. But here's the deal. So now it's 100,000 a month. Everyone's engaged. They want to stay there. That's like a utility.
Right.
If somebody's paying 100 a month, but learning so much, how much are they really saving themselves? It's not actually a cost anymore. And get this, when somebody recommends Tribe to other people, because there's an affiliate program, now it doesn't cost them anything. If they got 2 people in, it doesn't even cost them anything anymore. So they could literally be in a group or a tribe, refer 2 people, which by the way is money. Obviously, you can refer thousands and you're getting 50% of every time they pay their bill. That's a business model of its own. That
Right.
is the new economy. So now this gardener that makes less than 100,000 a year is making 100,000 a month. And for those of you that say, "Well, that just sounds like a lot," let me ask you this. Do you have a belief in yourself that in a year's time, you can convince 1,000 people, 500 people, 250 people? You do the math. Can you convince,
R
can you imagine that you were making less than 100,000. Now you're making 100,000, or let's say you have 250 people. You do the math. That's 25,000 a month. You don't have to do 1,000, but can you see yourself getting 1,000 people, convincing 1,000 is nothing. There's a book, and one was 10,000, another was 1,000. If you have 1,000 true fans, you have $1 million business.
No, 100%.
That, by the way, we're practicing what we preach, right? I know that TribeLink in its first year can do 5 million. Okay. I just know it can. And we have multiple SaaS systems, including Mininar, which we're going to teach the tool stack. But at the end of the day, you got to build something with knowing, is there an audience for it? What problem am I solving? And if you're, and it does it have a sexy factor, right?
Right.
Gardening or somebody teaching how to be a carnivore, somebody teaching like butchering. I know some people are going to hate that, but believe it or not, there's an audience for it.
Right.
There's an audience. This is crazy to think, but there's an audience at growing beards. Swear to God. I think right now that group is at 2,500 men paying $125 per month to look good, and they're in a beard club of some sort. I don't get it, but they do. Like, you just got to understand what people want. You build the platform for them and bring them in. And what's nice about Tribe is we allow you to sell it, and that will cover that with inside of TribeLink. Okay, let's go one pager. So you should have a one pager. That is who you are, where you were, where you're going, your story, and
Yep.
all of the links of what you do. The reason for that is, God forbid, one of these platforms, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, TikTok, could be going away. We don't know what that's going to look like, but at least you saw the threat.
Right.
Tribe's not going to kick you out unless you're doing something really bad. Okay.
That's right.
But at the end of the day, you're gonna own the rights to it, just like a domain name. When you purchase a domain name, you're not purchasing it. You're renting the domain name. We never get to own the domain. If you don't pay that bill when it comes due, you lost it. Right. Same
Right.
thing with TribeLink. So what's nice about that though is you don't have to build it, but you have the right to sell it, selling the community, selling the tribe with it. All right. Lastly, we have a challenge for everyone to get to 100,000 per month, and we're going to teach that. We're all going to lock arms, join forces. So here's the drum roll. We have a free program for you called the New Economy. So
Right.
it
Right.
is inside of Tribe Link. The link is going to be below. Join this. We also are going to be so join right now the New Economy. All of the videos go live today in there. But also we want to invite you. There is a calendar in there. We want to invite you this Wednesday at noon regarding the New Economy. We're going to go more in depth. Bring your questions. We're going to have a Q&A session on Wednesday. So bring your questions. Again, we would love to have you. If you're somebody that says, I don't know what to teach, don't worry about that. We have a program that's going to teach you how to flesh that out. We're going to
Right.
show you how you figure it out, what you're good at, what you're going to teach, what problems you're going to be able to solve, what courses to make. Then, once you figure out what course you're going to make, now we're going to teach you the framework of putting a course together. So, all of this is going to happen this next Wednesday. Please join at noon on Wednesday. And then we have a really good bonus for all of you that stay. We have a bonus for you, 100% free, really cool. And we will announce it on Wednesday.
Killer. Yeah, no. Wednesday's going to be awesome. So
Awesome. And by the way, this
ready.
tribe alone is what we're all excited about. So even though you're going to be taught how to make your own tribe, you're going to be taught how to make your own product. You can stay with us so we can nurture you until you can fly on your own. And then you can still hang out and still be part of our tribe. That's
Right.
what I love about tribes is you end up becoming friends with a lot of these people. So it's really cool.
It's definitely tribe that we are building. The new economy is the first way to get into it. And if you got any
Absolutely.
interest at all in doing your own thing, this is the way to do it.
Okay, folks, we're going to see you on the next podcast. But if this is interesting and you're wanting to learn more, please make sure you like and subscribe. Go to our YouTube channel called Biz Morning and subscribe there. We are going to always drop bombs and help you. Again, every platform has a community feature to it, and it's called comments, right? So
Right.
make sure you put your comment of things that you may want to learn more about. We can help you with it. Until that time, we'll see you on the next show. Peace.
Yep. Don't forget to check out the links below. Peace.